Everybody, Sunish Mehta here, the Mindful CPA. A great question came in to Dear Western that I'd like to address. The question says, what are some strategies I can use to have less anxiety about deadlines? I'm very organized and I have a reasonable workload, and even so, I get stressed out and end up feeling overwhelmed. Any advice? So first things first, certainly would want to acknowledge the fact that you're actually looking within to see what is potentially taking place and why is it that even though you're organized, even though you feel like you have everything planned out, yet there is a level of stress and there is a level of anxiety that builds at the subconscious level, which is very prevalent, of course, in our industry as accounting and finance professionals. And the reason for that essentially is if you think about it, we're constantly dealing with change. When is the last time your day went according to plan? Something or the other changes in your day, client deadlines, project demands, engagement changes. And before you know it, we simply don't have the ability to be able to focus. And when we cannot focus, that's what causes some of this anxiety and causes some of this stress. So I would say there's two things that I would consider doing. For one, in the immediacy of when you do feel stressed or feeling anxious, basically stop doing what you're doing and pause. And if you can just gently close your eyes and just simply observe your breath for a few minutes. It could be 2 minutes, it could be 5 minutes. Of course, if you had time, I certainly would want to, certainly work with you to learn mindfulness as a regular practice. But that pause is so very important because the moment you pause, it gives you a chance to breathe, to collect yourself, and then ultimately to pace yourself. So with the pause comes the pace, and then with the pace comes the prosper, as in prospering in what it is that you need to do. So on an ongoing basis, as you feel stressed, as you feel anxious, think about pausing, thinking about looking within, closing your eyes, observing your breath, and just being with yourself. It gives us a chance to refresh ourselves. It gives us a chance to restart ourselves. And I think ultimately the notion of pause, pace, and ultimately prosper might be a great way to think about this.